What's going on, everybody? I'll give you a little rundown of the growth. Um, Everything is right on the cusp of producing fruit. A lot of flowers, a lot of vegetation, vegetative growth. But just now putting on flowers and just now seeing little baby fruits. But this is the first thing I want to show you. This is my elderberry bush. I think one of them is John's elderberry. Um, can't quite remember the the other one, but I mean it's well over 10 foot tall right there. I'm waiting on to get the organza bag so I can bag the blossoms, so the deer won't come eat them all and the birds won't come eat them all. So, but this is I think year 3. So, and I pruned them heavily the fall and winter. So, love that growth. All right, let's move on to the watermelon. All right, here's the watermelon area. Y'all don't mind these weeds and this grass. I'm sick of pulling these weeds. I'm waiting on some landscaping fabric so I can extend this out past where those sunflowers are a little bit further to give my squash and my watermelon vines more dry area to grow. So, but here's the watermelon patch. I got some melons right here and 2 watermelon mounds with the oyas in place, and they are doing a great job. They're regulating the moisture. I haven't had to fill any of them up here lately because we've gotten so much rain. I mean, like 12 out of 14 days solid rain, heavy downpours. So, but you can see they're vining out, spreading out, looking good and healthy. This one melon is taking a little bit longer than the other ones, but I'm keeping a close eye on it. Sometimes you get a dud transplant, but it might just be a slow grower as well. So, all right, let's check on the corn. All right, the corn is looking great. As you can see, the tassels came out. This is probably in the course of 2 days, the tassels showing up. So they're not everywhere across the board, but within a week or so, most of these tassels will be out. Now, just because the tassels out don't mean nothing. They got to be open too. So I still got time, and I'm waiting on this rain to stop so I can start my BT spinosad treatments for pest control, as well as my squash. You see, I got some squash here on the end too. I've got a watermelon in here and some eggplant as well. Yeah. So, but the corn's looking, yeah, corn's looking great. No problems. I just got to start my treatments here because I'm sure the pest is gonna come after. This is incredible hybrid, I think. I don't know. I'll put it down in the comments, the exact variety. It's taller than I would like. The variety I bought last year, I think it maxed out at like 6 feet. This is like 8 or 9 feet, so it's gonna be difficult to spray. So keep that in mind when you're home gardening, how tall the corn actually gets, because I got to get in there. You know, you got to get in between these rows to spray. So, but it'll be all right. We're gonna handle it because I want my corn. All right, let's move on to these potatoes. All right, here's my potatoes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20-gallon grow bags, and you see they're falling over. These are probably ready. Probably ready. So I'll probably harvest them this weekend. What else? Let's move on to these cucumbers and tomatoes. All right, the tomatoes this year, I'm not doing the string trellising. I just bought this net, and I'm just gonna let them, almost like a hybrid of Florida weave. I'm just gonna let them, been weaving them through the net, and or just been using the tomato clips to clip them. And I'm doing 2 to 3 main stems, just kind of letting them bush out naturally. And you see that, very healthy. See that stalk? That's a good size stalk on there. So, and the cucumbers are the same. I should have pruned these. I literally just pinched most of these leaves off, but I just didn't want to do anything with all this rain as of late. You know, it's been so humid, and doing all that pinching and pruning is basically leaving open wounds for short-lived plants like cucumbers. So I waited a little late on my pruning, but I think it's gonna be all right. Just give them some time to recover, and I'll give them some fertilizer. But lots and lots of cucumbers on the way, lots and lots of tomatoes on the way. You can see the green stalk, the strawberries just they're growing out of there, man. I'm starting to spread the runners about to put them in the different containers. All right, let's show all these blueberries. All right, I don't know if you can see it. Been having to cover them up, but look at the size of the berries first, and then the clusters, man, just loaded up all over. I'm really waiting to see the ripeness, you know, waiting on size and ripeness. So I've been doing a little taste testing every couple days. I think most of these are ready, but probably pick some this weekend. I got another one over here, and you can tell this is a later variety because they're pretty small and they're definitely not ready to be picked. So, and keep that in mind when you're getting your blueberries. Check on the ripening times, so you get a more spread out harvest versus, you know, a whole bunch at once and then none for the rest of the year. So, and if you can get multiples within those ripening windows, then you can get your abundance. But now you got abundance throughout the season. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And this is my sacrificial bush. I'm gonna let the birds have most of them. You see they already been picking it clean, but it's all good. All right, let's check out the peppers. Oh, unless y'all want to see these roses. Look at that pretty thing right there. And they change colors from orange to pink to red. This one has got a little bit of pink in it. Beautiful. And I know I keep the figs. I'll do a separate video on the figs. I got some in the house, some on the deck. The fruit trees are looking good. These are my young apples, crab apples, and plums. But these are probably another year, maybe 2 years away from putting on any fruit. As long as they're healthy, that's all that matters to me. All right, here's my paste tomato and slicer tomato row. Same thing, same plan, using the netting. My bad on that soon. Using the netting to weave it on through, and using tomato clips. So, got some flowers. No big fruit yet. All right, here's the pepper bed. I did a lot of topping of these plants, and you see they've spread out into multiples, so they've been doing a good job. These are the only ones that's lagging a little behind. These are Scotch bonnets that I got from Miss Sherry. Thank you, Miss Sherry, for those Scotch bonnets. But you know, typically your really hot peppers take a while to catch on, but they're growing. And I got plenty of growing season to catch up. Here's my bean trellises. I've got Blue Lake, Rattlesnake, Blue-Hilled, and some other type of stringless green bean. But they're growing good, putting on some flowers. So should have beans here in the next, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. Oh, the peach tree, y'all. I had a plan. I was going to use these T-posts to make like a triangle and wrap it in some bird netting, like the bird netting you see at the bottom. But we had all these downpours, and some of the peaches was falling off, and then the squirrels was coming to snatch them up. So this is what I did last year, and I didn't like it because it basically deformed the tree. I mean, it saved the fruit, but it'll deform the tree, and I'll have to prune it heavily come fall to get the shape back, but I really didn't have any choice because the squirrels was gonna steal it all. It's at least 60 to 70 peaches on this tree, so, and I don't know how many they started stealing, but I had to make a decision, so I got it all wrapped up, and hopefully we'll get enough of a dry spell to where I'm not worrying about mold or fungus or anything on the peaches. But so far so good. The tree's healthy. It's just gonna look crazy. All right, in my last bed over here, I have my, look at this zucchini plant. Look at the leaves on it, man. This thing is humongous. I got some flowers in there. I might have to do some hand pollinating. I got some zucchini. I think this is two plants of two zucchini plants. I should come and do some pruning in here, but like I said, I'm waiting until this rain dries up. I got my Swiss chard over here on the corner, some calendulas, and these are my determinate tomatoes. I got four plants in here, and you can see these are putting on tons of flowers. And these over here actually got some little baby tomatoes on them. So, getting some type of production, albeit a little early. So that looks beautiful. I got a pink lemonade blueberry over here. I bought this one this year, so it shouldn't do too much. It's got some berries on there, but I'm letting it get established in this pot first. And I got some more thievery. Now, I don't know if that's fruit drop or if that's thievery. I'm just gonna say it's thievery, because that's what should be on there. You should see a little persimmon on there, but I got some missing. And I don't see none on the ground either, so look like I'm gonna have to go through with my plan for the T-post, but it's gonna be for this tree instead of the peach tree. And I got some apples on here, pink lady. I got a couple of apples, this one over there if you can see it. And this one don't look too good. This ain't gonna make it, but I got two apples. Not as good as I would like, but like I said, this is a young tree. And I got time, so. But I think that's everything. You know, these YouTube videos been acting funny, man, if you got too long of a video. But I'm gonna post the flyer for the Zoom meeting this weekend. I think the 31st, still at 8 o'clock. Y'all put in the comments what y'all want to talk about. I'm just gonna have like a general discussion, like where we're at, what you're doing, where you at, what you're growing. I'm gonna talk about my game plan for the squash vine borer, and maybe a couple other things. But y'all put in the comments what y'all want to talk about. You know, we'll do our best to answer questions like we always do in a group session. But hope everybody's gardens is doing good with them beautiful flowers back there. And y'all be blessed, stay safe, and you know what I mean, keep it growing. All right, y'all, peace.